morning, folks. It's 11:15 a.m. on the 18th day, 6th month, 2022. And what I'm looking at here are the rain accumulations planned over the Cairns area 10 days from now. Yes, not much going on here, so I'm just going to show you this real quick. This is the 14 line, right, of mean atmospheric pressure, or the baseline of what is supposed to be at sea level under normal conditions. So yeah, that would make sense that any fluctuation along here and here on this line could also receive this totals that you're going to see here. So I'm going to move in because this is a concern. I told you I'm going to jump on here when I see a concern. Right, not much over the 3 days. Get some rains. And 23 by 5 days is not a huge amount. That's quite dealable. But then over the next 5-day period, something is planned to come in and bury you, bucketing in. So this is a major concern for the Cairns area. Yeah, I know I put Cairns, but it's this whole area here. It can become inundated. Why would that gap be here and here? So something's not being warned. So guess what I'm doing right now? I'm warning you. We have got to keep an eye on this. These totals here are extremely high. And people deserve a proper warning. As far as soil saturation goes, because this is a factor when I start seeing, it's one of the first things I look at is pressure. Is you're pretty saturated. And here about not so bad here. Excuse me. So yeah, not good at all. So yeah, you have saturated soils there. So isn't that funny? That's where they plan the floodings, right? But then just where the soils are already saturated. Saturated. Saturation. Saturation. Checking to see if this is good. So now let's get into the forecast end of things. We'll put on your rain and thunders, and let you watch here. Pretty strange to me, right? I'm gonna run this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now you got a high parked over you, right? So that makes the pressure pump here, right, between the two, where the moisture will tend to come up and down. And it's going to do this very predictably. As this comes up over here, it's going to spin an eddy off, because this is a southern diver. This will come south, right? It spins off an eddy, which is common. When you got two highs spinning near each other, very often it'll spin a secondary low off. Sometimes they'll call them a trough. But this is where the fun starts happening. You see the fun, how it kicked up snow into New Zealand, Christchurch, all this area over here, as this is barreling down. Now, because this is coming up like this, the odds of this barreling straight into New Zealand is very difficult. It'll tend to flatten out and strip the moisture off into this storm here. It tends to. So I'm not as worried about that for you guys. I figured let's take a quick accumulation look at you. Over 10 days. It's not super high except along this coastline here as usual this time of year. Nothing, something. So something big is planned to hit both these areas in the same time. Okay, so this moisture up here is coming here. So this low and this pump screws Cairns. Has to. That's just how the pressure works. The winds are going to continue to be an issue for Australia, coastal areas over the next 10 days. Right, here's your forecast. As these storms come through, the winds they're bringing, with them is high, and it's forcing it in to coves and upriver channels that drain into the sea, and they could actually stop the flow into the sea at some points and cause localized flooding. So we have to be very aware of winds and tides. Right? That's very windy for you, Perth. Very, very windy. Hmm. Swirly girl. Because of a beam that thing tends to make. Surprised it's not windier across those lakes. They should be full. Adelaide. I'm just doing you a quickies. Watch your wind pick up over the fight. As the storms come through, you guys get the wind. In Melbourne, you'll have high winds. And at any point, these high winds can come down. Though most of these high winds are because of mountain passes. And it's when they leave the passes, the pressure drops happen that storms can nucleate. And as they get squeezed into the passages, the winds increase. So take great care if you're traveling along these mountain areas over the next 10 days. Well, care should be taken when you're going through mountain areas anyhow, right? See, I'm not warning you in nothing that you don't know. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a statistic. Don't win a Darwin Award. Coffs Harbor and on up the coast again, very windy. The surf's going to be coming from an odd direction. Come on, I want to see some of those classic surfing pictures of one of y'all in the tube, man. Why? Because that sounds like fun, and you had fun, and I seen you have fun, and that's fun to watch people have fun sometimes. Penrith is always in the green. Under their rain accumulations. Good. They get to dry out a bit. Sydney, you get a bit of a sagginess going on. 5 day. Not much. Just your typical winter rains, which is nice, so you can calm your farms. It's mostly the wind that you guys got to deal with. And the wind will be can be high, and it can hem things up. And as we move along, and things get interesting, as these storms move into the Tasman Sea, that's when the winds will pick up more, as you can see through these areas here. Very precise with their predictions of these things, and they can't tell you what the weather's going to be today. We got to look like a big pocket of wind here in Northern Rivers. No, Northern Rivers is here. Over Warwick. I'm not really sure what you guys call your area over here. Why don't you let me know? Stanthorpe. How are you guys looking rain-wise? Nothing. Wind. Temperature. Looking good. Doesn't look like you got anything huge planned for you guys, and I'm happy about that. Crow's Nest. That's cold, man. That's just fucking cold. It is. That's brr. See what kind of temperatures you get. It's pretty stable. Pretty stable. Let's go right over here. There was a farmer, had a dog, and Geo was his name. Oh. Geoengineering's wrong. Yeah, you got some cold nights coming. And not too bad days, a bit mild. The wind is going to be very calm there. So if you did go below freezing at any point, your frost will occur. None of this is below freezing. That's a very good thing. No, some of it is. I take that back. At any point, these could drop a couple degrees. Wind can do that. So you'll have your frost warnings as usual. Because you got to understand there's an ice nucleating bacteria that sometimes they use in geoengineering. And at last check, it was 53 degrees Fahrenheit they could freeze water. 53 degrees. Yep. So that's within the range of an ice nucleating bacteria that causes even snow. Snow. Do we have any new snow? Yeah, a little bit around this area. Seems to get a lot of snow, actually, this one area. Interesting. When's it coming in? In about there. It's not a super jump. It's just nothings. Have a nice day. So between here and here, make sure you got you some place. And enjoy the winter wonderland of it all, because it's the one time the whole planet looks clean, nice, fresh, angelic. And doesn't that what we want in a more angelic world? Well, I do. Tazzy, I ain't forgot about you. Snows. Enjoy. Here's your new snow forecast for your area. According to the weather plan, nothing is something. It's just confirming that all that events that are going to happen are happening around the same time when that low moves in. 5 days from now. Antarctica, well, ain't you special? New snow for them all the time. It's winter. Remember winter? Right. Let's go with Tazzy. You got a lot of rain for you as well, so I'm not going to leave you out of this. Right. In 10 days, they're saying, let's just say this is a main port. So let's go about here. Right. 5 days, not much. Again, that between 5 and 10 days from now, they're planning a major event. Major event. Well, hello, Paul. Happy birthday. Fall. Billy Shears. Happy birthday, Billy Shears. Yeah, that's not good. I'm just doing a determining. That's a big tendril of rain that stayed south as this thing dove south. And it's not there now. The moisture ain't there. So we'll be looking for where that comes from. Let's see if I can get this to load. Let's see if you're getting pulsed. I know you are, actually. I had a beam sent to me yesterday. Let's see what you got going on here. Bzzz. Getting fried, getting fried. Look at that beam right here at the end of the feed. See it? See it? Bzzz. So what? That's manipulating this. Circle gets a square. Yeah, squares and squares. And you wonder why they do it? Straight lines like this of energy. Heated outflows in a straight line will hem up stuff in a square. Isn't that amazing how straight line that is? Isn't that amazing? Not so amazing anymore. Bzzz. So yes, I will say you gotten fried. And I'll try to cover everywhere I can. So again, that's that 5 day and out. So wow. I'll do what I normally do. I'll show you what they say the weather plan is. Okay? Here's your weather plan for this entire area. Because it takes too freaking long to load. Right? Alright. Have a look at the weather plan. Like some winter stuff going across the bight. Frozen fish as it's diving south. Heat it up and dive south. Heat it up, dive south. And the birthing ground over there between Vanuatu and those other islands is doing its predictable things, sending lots of moisture down. Fiji, you gotta have a batch come over with some heavy thunder and lightning on Sunday, my time. Yeah, that's some very heavy storms actually, Fiji. It looks like a sustained event. Let me stop this a minute. Oops. Hi, welcome to the Northern Hemisphere. Hello, USA. Yeah, to cover it all, man, it just takes too much. I want to see something, Fiji. I'm worried, actually. Let's back that up. Now you look like you're getting a gap. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Continues. And let that roll. I do not own the rights to any music. Please don't remove the sound from my video. I know what did it. It's when I did bum 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 bum. Yeah. So they might just have removed the sound for a second because I did it again. I did it before and I will do it again. And if it's that effective, they've removed it, just the sound quality of it for a minute. Well, I know I'm going to do that in public. They just showed me. Thank you. That must have been effective. What a bunch of defects. You see how all the rain's just staying off your coast? They're drying you out on purpose. That rain should have come in and quenched your thirst. But no. Gotta dry the forest, man. It's hard to light a wet matchstick, isn't it? Uh-huh. I went there. Land grab anybody? Feeling oppressed yet? Feeling like your future's been stolen this year by geoengineers? You feel like saying how dare you, or do you feel that other words are now appropriate? That's only you can decide. Yeah, these copping it in the tropics right now. Fucking copping it through here. My goodness. But you know, it's the monsoon season. Here you go, coming around the corner. A little bit of wetness. You some wetness. Yep, there you go. You finally get a little bit of rain on Thursday, so don't plan to do anything that day. Unless you want to get wet. And it comes across Esperance. Okay, let's see what happens. We're getting into that 5-day where they say people get smacked. Okay, that line smacks you then. Come on, what's coming down to fuck them? What the? What does the plan say? The plan, oh, look like a roll of chem bomb storm. So we'll be looking for that. So we'll be looking for the chem bombs on this date. Right? I'm going to bust this. Excuse me. Screenshot. On that day, your time, not mine. On my time this time, I'm going to set an alarm to go look. And I'm going to see a row of chem bomb storms happening over here. That's going to be more than a coincidence. So I'll be saving this special picture just for us. Continue. Yeah, this is what I do. I notice things. And I like to prove what I notice with my eyeballs. Or things that get tangible. Then you got the wetness coming through now across Vic. The only Vic that happened there was the victory for our oppressors as they smacked good activists in the head. What a shame. Frying you with microwaves in Canberra, drowning and flooding you out in freaking New South Wales, gardens and rivers. What's the next attack? Is attack on New Zealand? They haven't had the most pleasant time, but boy did they get an earthquake swarm. I could see it coming. Got too quiet and they got hit with a beam. That's a recipe for disaster. Something's got to give. Yeah, you got, that's when they say you're coming through. Let's look at some of your totals. This is a quick come through. These are 3-hour totals. If that sat over you 3 hours, that thing was going to dump on just under a centimeter of rain. Half centimeter. That's a lot. That'll cause a little local disruption. Let you finish watching this feed. It's boring me to death too. And then we'll go have a look at some other things. I'm going to zip over see if I'm still showing. Great. So that is all I plan to do with this particular screen because I've had my phone. All right. Let's see what you guys look like today. Oop, I don't want data. Data's for Star Trek. Alright, let's see what we got going on. First thing I notice is the square forms to things. Right? When you zoom way out. Like, when God looks down from above, this is what he sees. Let me show God what man is doing. Look what he's doing. Look at the chem bombs. Look at the row of evenly spaced plumes deploying in the atmosphere off the coast of Coral Bay. Plume, 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 plume. This would have been taken many hours ago. Many hours ago. I don't want an additional chem bomb in this park, that's for sure. Not just a small string of chem folks. This is covering a vast area. This isn't just EMF. Something is deploying Maltese cross. Almost looks like the radiation hazard symbol. What a shame. What a shame, what a shame, what a shame. This is so wrong to do to this ocean. Boom! Streamering off. Like a butterfly, but that ain't the butterfly effect I want to see. Not at all. Not just a little bit of area of chem here, folks. Look at these plumes streaming toward the peaceful population of Australia. Look at this chemtrail. Chemical trail. Did not dissipate quick enough. So therefore, is not a natural contrail. Don't be conned with tales of contrails. Sure, clouds always do the V formation. Take a old stick shift, don't it? One of them old rubber things on stick shift. Vroom, vroom. Run them down, folks. Run them down. The gas chamber is coming to you. There's the tendrils now. Look at this shit spinning off the coast here. What you got, Port McCreary? Chem bombs suck, man. They just do. Let's see if we can get a sat viewer in this. Okay. Let's see if we can get one on that. Port Mac, Port Mac. Boom, 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 boom go the plumes off the coast of Lismore, affecting your weather, ruining your day. How dare they? Taking your starlight away at night. Big old plumes. Plume, 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 plume. Are they going to take it down if I do that? Don't do that. Everything's going this way except this one. He says, fuck it, I'm coming this way. I think I'll go over here. Boom, boom, boom! It's gonna be fireworks. Yeah, I'd say you guys got chem bomb there. I'd say that's pretty accurate. Something here has done this. Boom, 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 boom. Chem bombs fucking suck. They do. And these are chem bombs induced storm. Yep. Not a round cloud there, huh? It's definitely refracting light different with whatever kind of ice crystals it's making. I don't think you'd want to drink a glass of that if it melted. Yellow, purple. Oh my god. Does it smell like sulfur or anything else out there, Woolgoolga? Do you have a fire? What a shame. These are chem bombs. This is obvious. Very, very obvious. If you find my work valuable and like to support my work, you can do so by either messaging me or I use PayPal, PayPal.me/Robert Deutsch. PayPal.me/Robert Deutsch. Look at that EMF right here is turning up in these lines. See it? I'll run it a little faster. Headed toward Broken Hill. It dispersed that chem. And the Strato Cruiser does have an EMF emitter on it. Look at that chem bomb going off here. Watch. See the tendrils? That's not your normal cloud being made. This is man-made weather right over the top of you right now. This is your feed. Boom, 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 boom. Man-made weather sucks, and what a waste of money. I mean, really, man. Talk about doing everything and sacrificing everything for the children, and this is sacrificing your children. Look at the lines of deployment here. I'll get it away from them dots. You see what I'm talking about here? This is something Greek. North of Hawker. This is incredible. It's so blatantly obvious. Imagine if they are allowed to do this openly, what it's going to look like then. I don't want to imagine that. I want to remember my deep blue sky like this color down here. Deep, deep blue. That's what it should look like. Not with this whited out haze. These are chem bonds between Roxby Downs and Lee Creek. Mari, Woomer. This is blatant, blatant, blatant. Blatant, blatant. Look at the squares to this. And the chem bombs here over near this lake. And the chem bombs in between it all. This is criminal. This is criminal over your skies. And whoever's doing this needs to be held accountable to the full extent of the lawlessness by which they are doing this to us. Frying it up there, Alice. A lot of EMF. See if we can spot this off your coast here. Just straight lines of crap continually deploying. Continuous deployments. More to creeping death coming down from the tropics. Made in China. Yeah, I'll trust what goes in the air. Sure, my government would never harm me. Should we ask Mrs. Evers' boys about that? Or should we ask some of these professional players grabbing their chests and going down? What a shame. What an absolute shame. Even this is fueled with chem bombs. Look. Down here. Boom, boom, boom. See it? Can you spot it good now? Absolutely horrendous. Leave our weather alone. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. Be a nurturing mother, not a mother futter. Big love. Peace.